What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's week 2 predictions for the November Internationals taking place this weekend. Now I'm doing something different in today's video. I am predicting majority of the games that are taking place in the November Internationals, but I'm separating the teams that are playing against the countries from the Rugby Championship. That's going to be in various videos coming out later in the week, but for now I'm covering the other matches that are taking place this weekend. Some epic games to look forward to. I'm most excited to watch Scotland versus Fiji and Italy, Georgia. I'm really keen to watch those games, but there are some other fixtures that we can all look forward to, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the lower nations have to offer and to show the impact that they can bring. Some of the Pacific Island teams are playing this weekend. I'm excited to see what they have to offer. I'm looking forward to seeing what Namibia have to offer. They are playing this weekend against Russia. I'm looking forward to seeing how they come about and play this weekend. It should be pretty epic. If we go through the fixtures, we actually kick off with Russia versus Namibia. Now, I'm not too familiar with Russia as a rugby nation, but I know they're definitely having their moments of coming up, but they're still obviously not one of the strongest teams. Namibia, I've watched play within South Africa, been following them for quite some time. Obviously, there's a few internationals that were born there who played for the Springboks, Mr. Percy Montgomery being one of them. So for me, going at the prediction for Russia versus Namibia, it is a home game for Russia, but I think Namibia have it in them. And they're going to want to prove a point as they move forward for preparations for more international rugby games. They're going to be wanting to prove a point, put themselves on the map. And for me, I think Namibia will win that one. I'm not sure by a point. Probably I'll go 7 or more. Obviously, Russia could definitely shock us and give us a surprise or two. But for me, I'm going Namibia on this one. Then we got the game that I'm really looking forward to, Italy versus Georgia. That is going to be an epic contest. And why I say epic is because there's so much talk of people wanting Georgia to join the Six Nations. They're coming up, they're showing up, they're playing competitive rugby. I think everyone's excited to see what they can bring in the World Cup. Everyone's excited to see what they can bring against Italy, because Italy being the wooden spoon team within the Six Nations, it's going to be like a relegation game. Everyone's going to be curious to see what they have to offer. Obviously, Italy having a good first half against the Irish last weekend, or this past weekend, so they're going to go on that confidence that they've played the game already and will hopefully want to redeem themselves playing against Georgia. Georgia also will be wanting to, just like the other two teams I just mentioned, will be wanting to put themselves on the map, show what they're made of, show the world that they can play the game, and show the world that they deserve to maybe be in a competition like the Six Nations. So it's definitely going to be an epic game. If Georgia wins, it definitely will put their mark on the map, and that will be exciting to see. Predictions wise, for me, just from experience, and for me, I think the stronger team, because the way they play, they've got experience within their team. They played in the Six Nations. They just got the experience of rugby. And for me, not counting out Georgia, but I think Italy are going to win this one by 7 or more points, just going off what how they started against the Irish. Now, the Irish are a tough team. Yes, they had some stars missing, but it's definitely was a contest, and I feel they're going to take that momentum with them against Georgia. And obviously, it's a home game for Italy, so I see them winning by 7 or more. Should be an epic game. I'm looking forward to watching that one. Next up, we got Scotland versus Fiji. Now, I think a few of the Scots here will be chirping, why am I wearing a football shirt? It's the closest thing I've got to anything Scottish memorabilia. My old man's born in Scotland, so I've got quite a soft spot for the Scots and what they're all about, and the passion of Flower of Scotland. My sister walked down the aisle to Flower of Scotland when she married a Scot, so obviously it's in the family. So big soft spot for Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is the only closest thing I have as memorabilia to them. But who knows, maybe one day I can get a Scottish jersey. But they are playing the team from the Pacific Islands, Mr. Fiji. They are an outstanding rugby nation that are definitely on the rise. Obviously, we know the history in Sevens rugby. They are one of the world's best. They are upcoming, they're growing, they are hard hitters, they are passionate, they are tough as nails. they're really going to want to give Scotland a good run for their money. Both teams again are going to be wanting to put their names on the map. Scotland have had a good year so far, not too bad. Obviously they had the hiccup against USA, but again, second, third team, so we'll probably forget about that result. But they've definitely had a history, which is very, very interesting. But one thing we can't forget, last year, 24th of June, Fiji beat Scotland. So the last time these two teams played, Fiji won. So Fiji's going to go in with that confidence as they go ahead of this test match. But I just think where the Scots were last year maybe, and how they improved into the November Internationals last year, how they're going to go about this game, I don't know if they're going to get some, obviously, players back because of the international window now allowing the players back in. So for me, they're going to get some goodies in. Scotland obviously had a fair game against Wales. They had their opportunities, but they need to watch the discipline. They need to concentrate on the ball, capitalise on opportunities if they're wanting to win. But if I have to look at a prediction, yes, Fiji won last year and are a tough team, and you can't count them out. But I think for preparation for the big games that Scotland's got this year against South Africa, I just think they're going to go in there going for a win. Continue the momentum on when they face South Africa, and then they've got a win behind their name. They won't want to lose to Fiji again. That loss would have hurt them. The loss would have hurt earlier this year against the USA. They're going to want to pick up a win. So for me, I'm definitely going for Scotland to win by 10 points or more. Should be an epic game, I think. But I reckon the Scots have it in them to take them on and to pick up a good victory. Then the game also to look forward to is USA versus Samoa. Another great contest that I think is going to really excite rugby fans around the world. And why I say that is because the USA are a developing team who are coming up the rankings slowly but surely. I think they've only lost one game this year, and that was last week against the New Zealand Maori team. So, and they put on, I think, 22 points, which is pretty epic. And good going for them against the New Zealand Maori team, who, as I said, any New Zealand team are bloody amazing. So credit to USA. Samoa are also very similar to Fiji. I won't say as strong as Fiji, but they've got the passion, they've got the strength, they've got the determination. They are hard hitters. They are emotional. They're going to want to come in with passion. Again, building up to World Cup, they're going to want to prove a point. They're going to want to show the world that they are here to stay. And just also to go back to Fiji and Samoa, these two nations are going to want to show the rugby world that they deserve to join the rugby championship with the other countries. So for me, it's an important one for Fiji and Samoa. So Samoa is going to want to go hard hitting against the USA. And for me, this is a tough one to predict. It's a home game for the USA rugby team, but you can never count on Samoa. But just from experience and what I've seen from from USA this year, I think I'm going to go with the USA victory. I reckon it's going to be tough. It's going to be a hard-hitting game and a definite fought. And if we look at previous results, USA's never beaten Samoa. Last time they met was in the World Cup of 2015, and Samoa won 25-16. And then also they played that same year, 16-21, Samoa won. Very close. Very, very close. But for me, USA are a lot better than what they were 3 years ago. So I am going to take a risk here and go USA to win by 3 or 4. But I will not be surprised if Samoa pick up a victory. Anything is possible. That's the beauty of this game, and I'll never count out the Samoans because they are an awesome nation of rugby. I remember meeting the Samoan Sevens rugby team, such great blokes, and I hope that they can give the USA a good run for their money, and who knows, maybe they can win. But just where USA are at the moment, I think they could this weekend pick up their very first win. But it should be an epic contest. So that's going to do it for those predictions for the rugby, for the November Internationals that are taking place this week. Make sure you will subscribe to this channel so you can keep up to date. We have Ireland's fixture, we have Wales, all of them still to come. So don't go anywhere. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video, so make sure you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your predictions down below of those games that I mentioned, and we'll see who the best team is of the weekend. Enjoy the rugby when you get there. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.